fans, welcome or welcome back. Today's reading, we are getting a message from your spirit guides. So we're going to be asking two things in particular. We're going to be asking for something they think you're doing right and something they think you're doing wrong. Okay, and I want to say wrong in quotes here, right? It's just something that they think from their broader perspective that you would benefit from changing or correcting a little bit because, you know, they are on the spirit realm. They can see more than we can. So anyway, that's the topic for today. Before we get started, if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you like pick a card readings because I make a lot of them here. But anyway, let's get started. Today we have 3 groups to choose from. This is 1, 2, and 3. For group 1, we have a blue marker. For group 2, we have a pink marker. And for group 3, we have a purple marker. So as always, take as much time as you need to decide which group you feel most drawn to. Pause the video if you need, but when you're ready, please go ahead and click the corresponding timestamp in the description box below this video, and I will see you in just a second in your reading. Group 1, and welcome to your reading. You guys chose the blue marker today. So today we are pulling in your spirit guides to get a message from them. Specifically today we are asking something you are doing wrong. And by wrong, I don't mean, we're not looking for them to reprimand you, but something they see from their perspective that you probably should change, or that they think you should change to get you to where you want to be, okay? Maybe some sort of blind spot you have. And then we are also asking something you are doing right, something they want you to continue doing, and a message of encouragement overall. So let's jump in. I casted these runes beforehand because it takes too long to do on camera, but let's see here. Okay, so you guys have Feyu, which is interesting because that's like the rune of wealth. And then we have Kenaz. Group 1, something group 1 is doing wrong, something group 1 needs to correct. To be honest, this is almost like being too focused on your coin, or being too focused on some sort of material goal. Like you could just be focused on your career, your job, making money too much, or this could be, you know, you're too focused on even like your physical health, like spending too much time at the gym. And I'm not exactly sure why this is. Obviously, we're going to pull some tarot. I feel like it goes this direction. Okay, so Kenaz, it's also about learning. Learning, gaining experience. Maybe you are too focused on learning a new skill rather than applying it. Almost like it's almost like going to school because you know that it's going to make you money, even though it's not necessarily making you happy. Or this could just be that right now you've been spending too much time like applying yourself too much towards your coin, really, towards your career, making too much money, and maybe it is distracting you from other areas of your life. But let's see here. Let's pull some tarot to see what more we can figure out here. Okay, please, spirit guides of group 1. What is something you would like group 1 to correct? What is something you'd like group 1 to correct? Okay, but what I'm seeing here, it's like someone like bent over a desk, studying too hard, working too hard, and they're just like ignoring like their house becoming messy around them, or like people in the background, like just too focused. It's not like what you're doing is wrong. It's just like you're too focused on maybe one little task when there's actually something more productive that's going to get you towards this wealth, or this Feyu more easily, actually. I feel like they want you to get there. It's like you're working in the right direction, but not on the right tasks. You've narrowed your focus too much. Okay, so yeah, we have the Seven of Swords. This is being too calculating, actually. So that's exactly it. It's like you, in your mental mind, you're very smart, you're very logical, and it makes you think that your plan is better when your guides are actually trying to communicate to you that there's actually a better course of action. And your logical mind, while it probably will get you to this end goal, you're taking like a weird route, and they see something more direct. They just want you to, again, like to take that narrow focus, bent over your desk, focused on the task at hand, look up, try to see the broader picture, be less calculating here. Spirit guides of group 1. What does group 1 need to change? And there is something, I don't think this applies to every single person who chose this group, but it's like you're studying too much and not quite putting in the action. And that's only for some of you. Like, it's almost like the thing you're focused on too much is like getting the education, thinking you need to learn everything before you start. And it's almost like they want you to just kind of start. Because this dude here, he's like holding a rolled up scroll. It kind of looks like a diploma to me. So it's like too much armchair learning and not enough action. And that doesn't apply to everybody, but it's just like if you've been only focused on the learning side of things but not like putting in that action, I feel like that's what they want to tell you. And then like this crow here is like sneaking off with a golden ring or something. It's like you think you're taking a shortcut or the right path to this wealth or this goal, but it's not. You're not actually doing that. You're taking the long way around. Okay, so we have the Star. Actually, the weird thing on this card, what I'm actually being drawn to is like there's a compass symbol back here. It's just like you're missing your compass or something. Like you're putting a lot of effort into one task or one thing or learning something, when if you just looked at your compass, you'll see that you're actually kind of veering off towards kind of the wrong direction. And right, what's kind of like a tiny little veering off from the right direction, actually the further you go, the bigger it gets, right? Like look at the shape of these swords here. That's kind of what I'm talking about. Like the angle between these two, it's not very big here, but if you keep going in this direction for too long, if you go too long in this direction, you're gonna end up like way further than where you're actually wanting to be. So I just feel like they're just wanting to say there's a more creative way. There's a more creative, there's a more inventive way for you to actually get to the coin you're working towards. And for some of you, it's a matter of you need to stop reading about what you want, stop learning about it. You've done enough of that, and you need to put in the action now. What is group 1 need to change? What is group 1 doing wrong? We have the Hanged Man. Yeah, so too much education, too much deliberation. So yeah, for some of you, you're not actually putting in the action, or you're just not putting in the right action. Because it's almost like you're plodding along, doing just grinding along at like the easy task. And please don't shoot the messenger for saying that, but I feel like maybe some of you, you're actually doing the easiest thing because it's routine, it's predictable, when you actually need to do something else that's going to be less hard, take less time, get you there faster, but it just seems scary to you or something. So you'd rather deliberate, you'd rather keep grinding along on the small task rather than doing what you know in your heart is actually, pointing the right direction on this compass. Okay, so what is that? We have the Six of Cups. Honestly, for some of you, it's you're doing this because you're a little scared to move forward. I feel like with Fayu here, this is big time wealth. This is big coin, big money. And I feel like you know that's what your end goal is, but maybe you're a little scared. You're scared of that change. So maybe that's why you're focused on something smaller, the things that aren't quite leading you there. Because maybe you're a little scared of moving out of the past. Because it's unknown. It's very unknown. And they want you to be more bold. They want you to be, yeah. It's like, know that you're protected. Be more bold here. It's okay. But yeah, let me see. I'm going to pull a few advice cards here to see what they think you should really be changing this to, or that kind of thing. So I think some of you also might have a blockage in your heart chakra specifically that might be wanting to keep you in the Six of Cups past kind of energy here. Okay, Spirit Guides of Group 1. What should Group 1 be doing? We have their needs. Okay, so this is going back to me seeing someone like hunched over a desk, hyper-focused on some little task. And like I was seeing like someone behind that person who kind of needed their attention. So it's like there's something behind you that's like desperately needing your attention, but it's like, I feel like you know what that is. If it's a person or just like a task. I was also seeing a messy house. You know, maybe you just need to declutter. You need to defocus so you can get pointing the right direction on your path. What should Group 1 do here? What should Group 1 do? So yeah, but for some of you, there is a person. There's a person that needs your attention, and it's a person that can actually help you. Help you get to what you're trying to do. Okay, so sorry, just dropped this card. All right, we have chill out. And maybe it flew out of my hands because you're being a little too high energy, especially high mental energy. This is overthinking kind of energy, over calculating, over focused on this task. Chill out, defocus from the task. You'll see something, a better way to do it if you do that. New perspective with the Hanged Man here. But okay, so that's what they think you should correct, and actually it feels like a pretty easy thing, because really you just need to chill out and relax for a minute, be peaceful, and you're just gonna see a better way to do it. I feel it's like, stop trusting this calculating mental energy so much that's so stuck on a plan, and yeah, just let them show you. Let them light up a more creative, inventive way to do it. And I feel like it's going to be really easy for you. But all right, so now let's look over to the encouraging side of this reading, where we're going to be asking, what are you doing right now? What are you doing right? Okay, so we have Ansus and we have Sowilo. I feel like they like that you're taking action. You're just plodding along, putting too much energy in a little bit of the wrong action here. I feel like you're also communicating very well, right? Because this rune is very much about communication. I feel like some of you are writing something and they think what you're writing is absolutely stellar. Absolutely stellar. They think it's profound. You're writing something profound. Obviously, that's probably only like for one person where this task is about writing something, but they are so proud of that. They are so proud of what you're writing, what you're saying. Oh, also, if it's not about writing, some of you recently have come into your confidence. you've started speaking up for yourself. You've started speaking out. You started really opening that solar plexus and being sure of yourself, knowing exactly who you are, walking more confidently, talking more confidently, doing everything. They're just really proud of you. They're proud of you for speaking up for yourself. They're proud of you for shining your light. Maybe some of you were crouched over and afraid to share yourself, afraid to speak out. But it's like you recently or something, you've changed this. And they're so proud. So proud. Okay, so let's see here. What tarot deck should I be using, please? Alrighty. So, Spirit Guides of Group 1. What is Group 1 doing right? What is Group 1 doing right? We have the Emperor. Discipline as well. I feel like some of you really have been pulling yourself out of this shy or dark energy. And maybe that's why you've become a little afraid to move forward. It's kind of scary to start shining your light if you've been like holed up in the darkness for a little bit. It is a little scary to move forward. So they understand why maybe you're a little more scared of taking the bold move, the more creative, inventive approach. It's just new. But they're so proud of you. They are so proud. But yeah, especially if some of you have started a new disciplined routine in terms of your work, your exercise, your whatever it is. Maybe I was seeing a messy house over here, but maybe some of you really started taking care of your house and that things are cleaner now. Whatever this discipline is, that they're really proud of you. And it does kind of come from, you have boosted your confidence. Your solar plexus is shining way more brightly than it used to. We have Temperance. Some of you might have gotten over some addictive behaviors, unhealthy behaviors, and that's what this discipline is about. Could have been overeating, not exercising, smoking too much weed, whatever it is. You really started cleaning things up. They're very, very proud of this. And I feel like that's what's made you more confident. Is I feel like, your health is improving, your communication is improving, just even your happiness. You're becoming more happy. They're very happy to see this. And so proud, because I feel like some of you were in a very, very dark place and you pulled yourself out of it step by step. For some of you it was really small baby steps, but you did it. You went from like baby steps to big emperor steps now. That's amazing. Okay, we have the Lovers. Yeah, communication. There's something about your communication. So someone here, you're writing something so profound and they are so proud of you. It's so good. They just want to say it's so good. It's absolutely stellar. I don't know why that phrase is coming through. Maybe that means something to somebody, because I have never said absolutely stellar in my life, but I almost feel like that's a deceased relative, someone wanting to say that. But yeah, conflict resolution as well for somebody. They're proud of that. Like you've gotten better at that. Speaking up for yourself and communicating the difficult things. We have the Ten of Cups in reverse. Yeah, some of you actually broke things off with a lover or even got divorced from someone who is maybe a bit controlling or toxic, and they're really proud of you for that. I think that's maybe what boosted your confidence. And your ability to speak up for yourself. But whatever it is, overall for this group, it is that you're opening up, you're becoming more disciplined, you're becoming more healthy, you're becoming more secure. Secure in yourself. And the more secure you get in who you are as a person, the more that security starts reflecting back to you in your world. So in your finances, in your living situation, and in your relationships with the Lovers here. Maybe some of you recently did find someone, or will soon find somebody, who's really loving and caring, and it's coming in to reflect this confidence, reflect this change you've done internally, reflect this new discipline. All right, and the card 222 was just standing out to me, so yeah, that's definitely true for somebody here. Okay, everything is okay. Absolutely. I feel like this is actually the final message that I want to leave you with here. Everything is okay. We have chill out. You don't need to be in survival mode anymore. I don't know who needs to hear that, but you don't need to be in survival mode. You've done it. You've climbed out. And if you don't see it right now, you've done the internal work, so it's about to manifest physically. Everything's okay, and it's time to move on to thriving. From surviving to thriving, group 1. All right, so I'm going to end your reading right here. I hope this was helpful. I hope it was interesting. If this resonated, please give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, even if it is just to let me know which group you were in. If you're new here and you liked this and you like pick a cards, please hit that subscribe button because I make a lot of them. But you can also find my other ones on my channel page under the playlist tab. But anyway, I'm going to leave you right here. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye! Hi, group 2, and welcome to your reading. You guys chose the pink marker today. So today we are getting a message from your spirit guides. We are specifically asking for 2 messages. We are asking for something you are doing wrong, meaning something that you need to change, right? Not that they're reprimanding you. I don't feel like our spirit guides tend to reprimand us a bunch, but we're asking for something you're doing wrong and something you're doing right, just to put it concisely here. So we are asking for the thing to correct first, because I am kind of a bad news first kind of person. Let's get that out of the way, and then we're gonna see some encouragement here for everything you've been doing right. So firstly, I casted some runes for each of these. So for you guys, we have Yera and Perthro. And for most of you who aren't familiar with runes, Yera it means year specifically. This is about harvest, natural cycles. And then Perthro we have, well really it's the rune of fate. It's the rune of luck, your destiny. So what is group 2 doing wrong? What does group 2 need to change? Okay, so please don't shoot the messenger for what comes up on this side of the reading, group 2, but like the phrase I'm hearing is you're waiting for your ship to come in. And you're just waiting. It's too slow. But I feel like, to be honest, like it's like you're the one slowing it down. Your ship is coming in, but I feel like it's almost like, and people absolutely hate when I say this, but tarot, myself and other tarot readers, this message comes up for a reason, right? And I'll explain it in a minute, but it's just like impatience actually pushes our manifestation, what we're waiting for, away. Because every time we notice that something hasn't manifested yet, every time we go out to the harbor and notice that that ship has not come in yet, it's basically, right, because like every thought we have manifests, right? Our consciousness is manifesting this reality, right? So if you're constantly noticing that that ship isn't there yet, it's just going to keep not being there because your mind is focused on the fact that it's not there. So it's like it's coming in slowly because you're too focused on it. It's almost like you need it too much. So it's not like you can't just sit around and wait for it. Your ship is coming in. They're wanting to say that. The thing you're waiting for, it's happening. It's coming. But it might be more beneficial for you vibrationally to focus on something else. Okay? Stop thinking about the ship. And that's easier said than done, right? Because when we have momentum going on a certain thought or a certain outcome, a certain thing we know we're destined for, something we're trying to create to come in, when we have a lot of momentum on that thought, you can't just snap your fingers and stop thinking about it. But I feel like they want you to just kind of focus on a different area of your life. Although they are wanting me to say some of you are very afraid money-wise, and they understand that. They're wanting to say, like, that's the hardest thing to not focus on, is when you don't have enough money, because then you're just like, well, how am I going to pay the rent? How am I going to eat? But it's just like, the more afraid you are that you're not going to have enough, or that, you know, people that care about you, the more you focus, that you want someone that cares about you to come in, the more you focus on that, the more you're kind of pushing it away, because when you're desperate, it doesn't match the vibration of having it, right? Being desperate for something is like the exact opposite of the vibration of having it. And I feel like they're wanting to assure you that you are protected. You don't need to be scared. They've got your back. Like it's that simple. Just try to accept, have faith that you have it, basically, that it's coming. The ship is coming. Just they just want you to change your focus a bit. And let me pull some tarot here to get way more information than just that. Okay, so I picked up this deck, and Judgment's on the bottom of the deck here, so that's interesting, because this kind of looks like a harbor to me, what I was just talking about with the ship coming in, although I think these people are like in coffins, so I don't know, but it looks like a harbor to me. Okay, it just feels like, this angel is like calling in the ship. It's coming in, but it's like, just stop noticing that it's not there yet, okay? And that's as easy as focusing on something else. Just try to put your mind on something else, and they are taking care of it for you. And I know people hate to hear that message. It's difficult, it's hard, but it's like they really want you to learn this, because if you get really, really good at, you know, just having faith that your ship's coming in always, things are going to manifest for you a lot faster the better you get at this. So, Spirit Guides of Group 2. What does Group 2 need to change? What does Group 2 need to change from your perspective? Okay, so we have the Six of Wands. We have the Eight of Cups. I feel like you guys know exactly what this ship that's coming in, you know exactly what it is. You know exactly what you're reaping, right? Because this Yarrow rune, it's about your harvest. You reap what you sow. You've already sown it. Now you're just like, it's like you planted the seeds, and now you're just like staring at the ground being like, well, come, grow already. Grow. Be a huge tree already when you just planted the seed. And it's like scaring off the tree a bit, because unfortunately that's how things kind of work on the vibrational level. So it's just, this is exactly what I was saying. It's like, here's your manifestation, the Six of Wands. Here's what you want. Here's your ship coming in. Here is your money, your success, your recognition, your loving relationship. You need to just step away. Think about something else. You see how, like, I keep talking about a ship in a harbor, because that's the vision I'm getting. So, like, this dude here, he's like facing away from the water, if you see on the card, okay? Just think about something else, and it's gonna come in way, way faster. That's all you need to do, is just think about something else. Ten of Cups, yeah. I don't even need to pull another card. Like, it's here. Like, Six of Wands, Ten of Cups. Like, this is your wish fulfillment. This is your ship. This is what you're trying to manifest. This is what you're wanting. This is your reward. You're getting it. Just, unfortunately, just vibrationally, when you notice something isn't there, that just creates more of it not being there. That's all. And it's like so close, but you're just like, it's like you're not willing to just distance from it just enough for it to come in. Like, it's here, okay? Like, just chill. Your harvest is here. Like, I don't even know what else to say. So, okay, I'm gonna pull just a couple advice cards here to see if they have anything else they'd like to say that will make this easier for you, because it's always easier said than done, and I feel like that's why people get so angry at the word impatient. Because it's actually not easy to kind of take your mind off something, especially if it's like money or something you really need. So we have connection. Okay, so this could be another person that's just going to kind of help you chill out or maybe focus on a different person, or this could just be connection to the spirit realm. Meditate more. Go on walks more. Yeah, definitely. There's something big about going on walks. I don't even know why I said that, but just go on walks and appreciate nature or something. Maybe that'll help you. This is so crazy. This came up in group 1 too. Their needs. So I do feel like maybe focusing on some other people in your life, being generous, helping other people out. And you'll know what that means for you specifically. Can we get one more? What's going to make this easier for group 2? Seek professional help. Okay, this is seek a mentor, seek guidance. But honestly, this just feels like another person. Someone else to talk to you, someone else to distract you, get you focused on other goals, other things you want. And it'll make it a lot easier anyway. But let's jump into this next part here, which is what you're doing right, this encouragement, what they really, really like that you're doing, group 2. Okay, so we have Urus and we have Dagas. Yeah, so some of you, your worry here really is about money. It really is about paying the rent. And it's going to happen. Just know that you're protected. They want to say that. Okay, because this Urus rune, it is about survival. So some of you kind of do feel like you're in survival mode, which is what makes this more difficult. Waiting for the ship to come in, waiting for the money you need. It makes it more difficult when you're in survival mode, but just trust a little more. So what is group 2 doing right? With Urus here, a lot of you are taking very, very good care of your physical health specifically. Like you are going for walks. That came through so strongly. They're very proud of like some change you've made to your physical routine, exercise, diet, this kind of thing. And also some insight you guys have gained. Maybe some of you have recently gone through a spiritual awakening of some kind, but I need to pull some tarot here for this because it's interesting. So spirit for group 2, spirit guides of group 2, please. Can you tell us what you think from your perspective group 2's been doing right? What is group 2 doing a very good job at? So we have the 2 of Pentacles. Strong balance. You're keeping everything in balance. I feel like a lot of you actually have a lot of tasks going on. You have a lot of different things going on in your life, and it might be stressing you out a bit with this going on over here. But you're managing it well. You're handling that very, very well. What is group 2 doing right? What do you... 6 of Pentacles. Generous as well. Some of you are being very, very generous with your time. They're impressed. They're very, very impressed by how much you've actually been able to handle recently. I feel like a lot of you have had quite a bit on your plate, and you're still being generous. You're still willing to give your time. Obviously, don't be too giving, but they're very, very impressed by what you've been able to handle. Especially, I feel like some of you if you're a parent, been dealing with a child or something that's had a problem recently. It's taken quite a bit more of your time. Maybe they've had a health issue or something. Obviously, that's like for one person, but they're very proud of how you've handled that. And they just want to say it's all going to work out okay. We have the 10 of Cups. That's the 10 of Cups twice. you're holding to your vision of what you want. You're holding it very well. So we're talking, in this reading, we're mostly talking about vibrational stuff, right? The need to not focus too much on something that hasn't manifested yet. But one thing you're doing very right vibrationally is you're holding your vision. You know exactly what you want. I feel like you know it's coming. And because you're holding on to this solid vision, it's going to manifest, and I feel like even better than you expected. Okay, there just needs to be this little minor adjustment on this side, but honestly, it just feels like you are handling everything so well. You're holding your vision for what you want and need very well. It's coming in. But again, there's something about family and children here, and I know this isn't for everybody, but like, they're really proud of how well you are handling things in your family situation, how well you are balancing things. That you're busy but still nurturing. What is group 2 doing right, please, Spirit? What are you proud of them for? We have the 4 of Swords. You're maintaining security, okay? So I was picking up that some of you are scared because of like some sort of monetary situation or whatever it is. But you're still holding things together. That's kind of what's been coming through this whole time, is you are like holding things together, and they're really proud of you for that. And they're just kind of wanting to say you don't have to do that for much longer. Like, it's coming, okay? Just know you're protected, everything's fine, and they're really proud of you for making it through whatever it is you're going through right now. I can't get too specific because there's too many different situations. So we have the Hanged Man here. Surrender. Okay, so I feel like the things I was talking about over here on this side, it's like some of you know this and you understand it already, but maybe there's some kind of stress or fear that keeps you going back here. But it's just like when you are surrendering and trusting that you're protected and supported, they just kind of want to encourage that. It's like you know how to do it, and you have been doing it sometimes, but they're proud of you for being able to do that even when you get scared. So actually, for this group, I want to see what might be coming in the near future for you in the future. If you can like implement these messages. Where is the direction of this headed for group 2, please, Spirit? Where is the direction of this headed for group 2? Okay, so we have, ambition, competitiveness, but this is, strength. Which you obviously have a lot of since you've been holding this together, but this is success. Because I believe this guy's a hunter, right? He collects what he's been working for. So that's kind of what this feels like. Is you are going to collect, okay? Just keep trusting, even if it feels like it's been too long. It's coming in, okay? You just need to trust that it's coming in. And I'm sorry, I know people hate that message, but like, look, that's what this means, is you are collecting what you worked for. But I'm gonna end this right here, group 2. I hope this was helpful. If this resonated, please give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel if you're new here and you liked this, especially if you like pick a card readings, because I do a lot of those here. Feel free to check out my other ones as well. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye! Hi group 3, and welcome to your reading. You guys chose the purple marker today. So today we are getting a message from your spirit guides. We are asking for 2 things in particular. We are asking for something you are doing wrong, and by this we mean something they think that you should correct, because it will get you more where you want to be, because they have a broader perspective than you, and you in this incarnation anyway. And then we are also asking something you are doing right, something they're proud of you for, a message of encouragement. But we are starting with something you're doing wrong, in quotes. Just because I am kind of a bad news first kind of person. So let's see. For you guys, we have Isa, the rune of ice. What is group 3 doing wrong? Well, I mean, this rune, it's about stagnation. It's about being frozen. So something they would like you to change is move. Okay, they want to get the energy flowing again. They want you to be unstagnant. And I just heard someone thinking, I don't know how, I don't know where to go, like almost getting angry because like they can't, because you're like stuck in a stagnant energy and you don't know how to break that ice. But that's, I feel like that's what this message is going to be about, is how to get you out of this stagnation. It's not like they're blaming you for it. It's not like they're saying you're doing something wrong. Okay, this is more about what they want you to change, like how we can fix the stagnant situation that you don't like. But for some of you, you're just not moving forward. You're just stagnant. You're not wanting to put action in or something. So it's a little bit different for everybody in this group, but let's see what we can get from the tarot here. So Spirit, for group 3, what is something group 3 should change here? What do you think group 3 should be changing to get them in the right direction? We have the Knight of Cups. It might be a person keeping you in a stagnant energy, actually. So we have the Four of Wands. It could be a person. It could be your living situation. More specifically, like the people in your living situation. Maybe someone here has a roommate or some roommates that are just kind of holding them back. Maybe roommates that drink too much. And you need to be maybe, obviously this is very specific and not for everybody, but like be in less of a party atmosphere. Or just be around more responsible people. If that applies to you, like if that applies to like your roommates or something, or maybe some of you're stuck with family members who are just kind of stagnating you, holding you back, either because they don't want you to leave, or because or maybe they're pushing you too hard. For some of you, this is like a romantic partner you're living with, and maybe you're starting to feel that this person is, maybe this person is lazy. Maybe this person is just not compatible with you, and you're starting to realize that, and it's just like, you need something fresh. You need to get out of the stagnant energy, and this does feel like it's the people around you, or it's your living situation, right? So if this isn't resonating and there aren't really other people, or you're not stuck on a past lover, you don't have anyone in your life that you feel is affecting you negatively, keeping you stagnant, this is your living situation. Like there's something about where you're living that is just not conducive towards what you're wanting to become. And it could be, maybe you live somewhere with no natural lighting, because I have that problem. If I don't have a lot of natural light, I start getting really depressed. I start being really cooped up. It keeps me so stagnant. So it could be something like that. You don't live in a place with enough natural sunlight, or maybe you're just not leaving your house enough in general, and you're keeping yourself in this icy, stagnant energy because you're just not going out enough. You're not showing yourself enough. Spirit, what do you think group 3 should be changing? We have the Five of Swords. But yeah, again, for most of you, this is something to do with another person. And it feels like maybe it's roommates, or it's an ex, or even a current partner who's kind of stabbing you in the back. And it's just like their energy is still around you, even if you're not around the person. And that's kind of what's keeping you stagnant. So it's almost like maybe a change of location might even help you get away from that energy. Because sometimes places physical places can hold on to a lot of this energy. But again, I think this is more than one person here. There's like a roommate situation. There's some people you're around. They're drinking too much, or this dude's like smoking hookah here. They're drinking and they're smoking, and they'd rather, like, I don't know. And maybe you're more ambitious. Maybe you're trying to build whatever this structure is here. But you're around these influences that would rather, you know, sit on the couch and smoke weed or just go out drinking every night. And maybe being around that kind of energy is stagnating you. So it's a little bit different for everybody in this group, but it is people, whatever it is. It's someone else's or some other people's energy that's kind of keeping you stagnant. And it's not like you need to, it depends on your situation, right? It's not necessarily that you need to like cut these people out of your life completely, but it just might be find an environment that's just around the energy less, I guess, is the best way to put it. So Spirit, Group 3, what should Group 3 be changing here? We have the 9 of Swords. There's also some anxiety, obviously, some sleeplessness. For some of you, it's anxiety. For others of you, it's because of these rowdy roommates or something. You're not getting the sleep you need. And that affects your physical health. That affects your mental health. It's just like, you probably could use more sleep. It'll give you more clarity. If you're dealing with a lot of anxiety, again, I feel like it's your location. It's your home or something, or somewhere you go every day. So and for some of you, the stagnation, this ice, you're a little afraid to break out of the ice, right? And that's interesting. So if you were also drawn to Group 1 as well, there might be a message for you there. But yeah, it's like protective stagnation. You feel like the ice or the stuck energy is kind of protecting you, because it's almost like you're afraid that if you move forward, things are going to fall apart, or if you try to build something, it's going to fall apart. So maybe for like a select few of you, I was getting like this drinking, smoking energy. Maybe you're doing that because it's scary to move forward, because you've probably been through some really tough times in your past, and there's nothing wrong with that. They understand why you're scared, and it's not like they don't want you to like shatter the ice and totally change your life overnight if you're scared. But you can slowly start to soothe that. You can soothe it slowly. But yeah, so quite a few different situations in this group, but overall the energy is they want you to get out of the stagnation. They want you to get out of the stuck energy. And obviously very different reasons for each of you, but the main thing is there is something about a different environment that is going to help you. So I'm going to pull some advice cards to see how getting out of the stuck energy, what will make it easier? What could make it easier for my Group 3? Okay, we have Indulge. Okay, I feel like this is specifically for the last subset of people I was just talking about, where you're scared. You're kind of scared of moving, or even scared of leaving your room for some of you. Someone here is scared of being awake. I don't know who that's for, but that's for somebody. And if that's the case, they're wanting you to enjoy life a little more, live it a little more. Okay, like this 4 of Wands, you see that like all these people, they're like dancing and celebrating and having a good time. Some of you are around too much of that celebratory party energy. But if you're really, really stuck, like by yourself in your room, alone, kind of stagnant energy, getting out, being around the lively energy is the change of environment that you need. Okay, but if you're in the opposite, where you're around too much of this party environment, it's like you need to step away from it. So it's like the opposite. If you're getting too much solitude, you need more party, celebration, liveliness. Even if like dancing and drinking isn't your kind of partying, but it's just like getting out, celebrating, moving your body more, just letting the happiness flow a little more and soothe some of the anxiety. what will make getting out of this stagnant energy easier for group 3, please? What will make... Okay, so we have animals. Some of you, something to do with pets or even getting a pet, like a dog. And then we have the color orange. So some sacral chakra healing as well. And again, I feel like this is again for the people in this 9 of Swords energy where you're anxious and cooped up. You really could probably use some sacral chakra energy, but like indulge and the sacral chakra. This is about letting yourself experience pleasure. And good things, fun things, okay? Like, don't deprive yourself just because you feel like you don't deserve it or you feel scared you're going to get hurt. You are protected. You are protected. And maybe for some of you, getting a dog is actually going to help you feel more protected or something. But, yeah. Really, overall, group 3, they just kind of want you to de-stagnate, okay? They're not trying to push you, they're not trying to force you, but they just think maybe a change of location or moving a little more is going to, it's going to help you. But anyway, let's move on to the what are you doing right? What are they proud of you for? What are they happy that you're doing? So we have AWAS. You have a wide open heart. Your heart is full of love. I feel, which is interesting because with the 5 of Swords here, some of you, 5 of Swords and the 9 of Swords, some of you have really been hurt. But you still have this beautiful, open, kind heart here. They're very, very proud of that. So spirit guides of group 3, what is group 3 doing right? We have the Chariot. Some of you are already moving yourself out of the stagnant energy. Some of you are actually already moving. Or you've made the decision to. In which case they are in full support. Some of you are also really excelling in your career. They're very, very proud of that. Or you've set some goals too. So we have the 5 of Swords. That's the 5 of Swords on both sides. So some of you... You've dealt with some sort of situation where you've had to cut off some toxic people, cut off some drama, or someone cut you off for some of you. Someone you really loved. And your heart is still full of love, even though someone hurt you. I feel like you're still sending them love and light. This person or these people, they're really proud of your integrity. And your strength to keep going. They're so proud of you. It shows a real strength of character, real strength of heart, I feel is what they think that you've shown here. Spirit, what is group? We have the King of Cups. Yeah. This wide open heart. So some of you really might have been... The person that I keep talking about might be a water sign. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But yeah, you still, that's what they're most proud of you for, is like keeping your heart open, still being full of love, integrity, and the 6 of Swords. So there is something about moving. Some of you, like, I kept saying you need like a change of environment, you need a change of location, and some of you already know this, some of you are already working on it, or you've made the decision, you've made the realization, in which case they just want to say how much they support that, okay? And they are so proud of you for keeping an open heart, not closing off your heart just because you've been hurt or abused or ignored. Whatever it is, you're still full of love. So yeah, that's the 2 things they're very, very proud of you for, at least they're wanting to say here. There's definitely something about movement, and there's something about keeping your heart open. It's beautiful. You're also very decisive. If you've been very decisive about something recently, they're very proud of that. So, all right, I want to pull one last card to see, based on these current energies, if this advice is followed, what is your future looking like? What is group 3's future looking like? Okay, so we have Dari, conflict behind the mask. This is yourself breaking out of your cocoon. That's absolutely what it is. It's breaking out of a cocoon. That's what this icy, stagnant energy is. It's kind of a cocoon right now, I guess, but you're breaking out, you're free. And then we have the Chariot here, which is a rapid, fast movement towards where you want to be, which is wonderful, group 3. But I'm going to end your reading right here. If this resonated, please give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, even if it is just to let me know which group you were in. If you're new here and you liked this and you like pick a card readings, please hit that subscribe button because I do a lot of them. Feel free to check out my other videos as well, which you can find on my channel page. And thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye!